Hi GenderBlenders, welcome to week 106. This week's topic is very interesting. It says GenderBlenders is 2 years old. How long have you been with GenderBlenders? How far have we come? And where do you want to see us go? So this is Steffi, and my first GenderBlenders video was at week 42. So that is 1.25 years ago. Here is a snapshot of that first video. So I'm going to break this into a couple different segments. So first is a little snapshot of me 1.25 years ago. Hi there, GenderBlenders. This is week 42, and my name's Steffi. And I am absolutely honored to be part of the GenderBlenders team. And this is the very first time that I've shot a video here for GenderBlenders. I thought I'd give you a little bit of introduction as to who I am and what I do and all that sort of good stuff. As I said, I'm Steffi. Well, that was quite interesting. I looked a whole lot different back then. Somehow to me, I don't know whether it looks like to you folks or not, but somehow to me, I looked older. I looked not as good as I look now. My hair was far too short, but of course it's been growing that whole time. And a few other things have changed. But, you know, how far have we come? You know, just like that little snapshot of me, I've come a long way in that period of time. GenderBlenders has come a long way as well. I think we provide a good resource to the community. Some of the things that happen on GenderBlenders is we have an open topic that we occasionally do. That gives us a chance to hit many topics that otherwise wouldn't happen. We'll handle both tough and fun topics. For example, I think one of the things that we have seen is, you know, like we tackled one of the problems within the community. And that was a very tough question to ask, because, you know, we'd really like to present the united front, but sometimes that united front just isn't so united. And then occasionally we have some fun topics. One of the ones that I absolutely enjoyed when I was just watching GenderBlenders and not yet contributing to GenderBlenders was the little iPod shuffle thing. You know, where we had hit the little shuffle thing on your iPod, and what's the first 10 songs that come up? And that was quite fun, actually. At the time, believe it or not, I didn't own an iPod, and that was the impetus for me to go out and get one. So you never know how these little things are going to affect us. So where do you want to see us go? Oh boy, let me try to tackle that in a couple different ways. I'd like to see us actually consistently do 6 or 7 videos per week. And I know it's tough for everyone to be able to get on at times. I mean, you know, sometimes, you know, we have other things that we have to do. But, you know, this is such a community resource that I think it's very important for us to do as much as we can. So I'd like to see us consistently do 6 or 7 videos a week. Here's a different way of going as well. Out Late But Great. That's a channel. It's not quite competitive to us because they really cover the LGBT community at large, and we kind of tend to cover the T community of that. just because of the nature of the beast. And they have a concept of guest bloggers. So they do guest slots every week, and it gives a different perspective than the normal ones that you get from me or Shay, consistently kind of a thing, Belinda, that sort of thing. So that gives a different perspective, and that might be a good thing to do. Not sure how to effect that, but indeed that might be a thing, a way, or something that I'd like to see us do, because it does provide us with a little bit different perspective. Community perspective, and by that I mean what might be nice is to have different people in different segments of the country occasionally talk about something that's important in their particular area. For example, out here there was a thing on gay marriage for a while. There's different kinds of things that are countrywide, but nevertheless specific to a specific locality. And maybe, just maybe, that would be of interest to the community at large, because you get to see what's happening across different areas. Maybe about once a month or so, a question and answer week, where we take the questions that have come in on our own private channels, for example, or into the GenderBlenders channel, and feed it to everybody that's vlogging on GenderBlenders, and let us all answer that common group of questions. That might provide some different insights into some of the things that are important to you folks. But I'll throw one other thing out too. What topics should we repeat or revisit? Right now we try not to repeat too many topics too many times. So we tend to do different topics all the time. And that gets very, very difficult to come up with something new and innovative to talk about. So what topics are important to you folks out there? Why don't you leave some comments on these things, or send us emails. You can send an email to my personal channel. It's easier for me to pick up things on my personal channel than it is on GenderBlenders channel, because I don't always log into GenderBlenders, and I certainly do to my own channel. So that's some of the things. Anyway, so that's my commentary on this week's video. So, until next week, this is Steffi saying bye-bye, everyone.